Hello. So that was the week 7 matchup against Iron Knight and the Undead Legion. So we're going to go through the team pretty quickly because I haven't made a video in a little bit. But so I needed to win 3-0 to guarantee at least the tiebreaker if Daz won 6-0, which he did. So we'll do a doubleheader today. So I'll go over the week 7 team, and then I'll go over the tiebreaker and let you know how I stand for the playoffs. So this team, I was really scared of Machamp, and I don't think he used it right. So I got pretty lucky there. I don't think it was a very good Machamp set. Bulk up, power punch, close combat, no rock move, no poison move, no steel move. For a team that was pretty weak to poison or rocks, I think that was a mistake. But I'm not going to backseat coach. I anticipated special Lucario. That was what Arcanine was for. So if we just look at Arcanine over here, Flare Choice Scarf, it was EV to outspeed Choice Scarf Lucario, because I figured he could run that. And if he had set up Lucario, I could switch in and kill it. So it didn't. That was the plan. Lapras's job was done as this was actually lead Lapras. I was anticipating a Crustle lead. So if he led Crustle, and I could Surf, get it down to 1 while he either rocked or Shell Smashed, and then I could Ice Shot on the next turn. Because with Expert Belt and Surf, it kind of makes up for the power that I would have gotten with Hydro Pump. So that's still a thing. Freeze Dry, Lapras couldn't really do much. Toxic for Milotic to get into a war against Milotic, because I'd win. Hatterene was the MVP of this game. I ended up leading Hatterene in case of a Crustle lead. I think during my research, he led Crustle in 50% of his games, so I was anticipating that, giving me a chance to kill it before it sets up, because it would have blocked rocks. It would, as you saw, Shell Smash. It would have lived a Shell Smashed Heavy Slam. If I remember my EVs correctly, it would have lived a Shell Smash Heavy Slam. So that's kind of what it was for, and it would have lived a Cross Poison Crit. I don't know if it would have lived a crit, but I think it would have lived a Cross Poison Crit from Machamp. So that's why it was bold max defense. Yeah, you could see bold max defense. Just takes no damage with leftovers and Giga Drain and Calm Mind. It was really a defensive pivot of this game. Crankdat, which I really picked up on using Noivern much better in the second half of the season. Or if I used him better in the first parts, I think I wouldn't be in a situation where I'd need a tiebreak. But that's where we are. JQ Meteor for one shot, Air Slash for, I think, to guarantee kills on Machamp and Lucario, which we saw. Flamethrower for Lucario, because I think this is also, 329. It's designed to outspeed Charizard, which also outspeeds Lucario, and if he's Choice Scarf, it won't do enough damage, because he wouldn't run a rock move on Choice Scarf. And Roost was in case I really got in a good matchup, didn't really have a good matchup. I probably could have run default, or I could have done something, but I was expecting hazards. He loves hazards, so that's why I went heavy duty boots. I was anticipating having to hop in and hop out quite a few times, but that didn't end up happening. Amon I didn't get a chance to use, which I really would have liked to, because I picked her up late and just didn't get in. This was a really cool set, and I'm mad I didn't get to use it. Quiver Leech Seed leftovers with actual HP investment. God, that would have been cool. It was designed to outspeed a Gyarados after a Quiver Dance, and I think it's on my calcs it straight up one Gyarados. So that was sick. Didn't really get a chance to use it. Probably wouldn't have. Just never came up. And then Roses, which unfortunately I didn't do a real good job with Skuntank this season. Just not good. I just wasn't very good with it. And I felt like I had to, this was a really good set. I got this from my friend Free. And I'll give a shout out to all the people who've helped me. Nala, Daz, Free, Ryo, Entei, all those people in my season wrap up whenever the season ends. This was a really cool set. This was designed as sort of a Machamp counter, because I was really struggling with Machamp in my practice battles. Rocky Helmet for the 25%, for the 10% it does on hit. Aftermath, so if I could switch in and get the kit, and it uses close combat and it kills it does 40 damage. It's insane. Sucker Punch, Defog, Play Rough, Poison Jab. Play Rough was for the Machamp, because it would outspeed Machamp. max HP investment would do like 40 or 50%, just enough to get hit and then kill it in return. So other than that, I think I was limited a lot this season by Skuntank. Just, I wasn't very good with it. It's not a very good Pokemon. It's frail. Doesn't have a great speed tier. Even in the Galar Dex, 84 is not a great speed tier. So like, I don't know. I wasn't very good with it. I'm not gonna make excuses because that's not my way of doing things. But so that was week 7, which was a great win, guaranteed a chance at the playoffs with a tiebreak if Daz won 6-0, which he did. So we'll be moving over into the week 7, the tiebreak for the playoffs. And if you just give me 1 second to set all it up. See you in a minute. So as you can see, we unfortunately lost, and I'm very upset at myself because I got too smart for my own good with the obstacle in play. If I just knock off that thing is dead and I don't take all the unnecessary damage, this match was a little bit ago, and I'm still mad about it. So, amazingly well played to Daz. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but I did not play well at all this game. I had the matchup I wanted, and I threw it away, and I'm very disappointed in myself for that. But that's part of the game. That's why we learn. That's why we play. I didn't expect him to stay in, but the play should have always been to go to knockoff. I don't want to talk about it too much because I'm very disappointed in myself for that. I really am. So, oh well. We'll get him next time. Another mistake I made was I probably should have gone with a more offensive Hatterene. I went Babiri Berry in case of Flash Cannon from Hydreigon, a Nasty Pot. I think it lived in Nasty Plot Flash Cannon from Hydreigon, which obviously wasn't a factor. Tyranitar, Stealth Rock Crunch, Heavy Slam, Stone Edge. Probably could have gotten the Stealth Rock in to do a little more damage. But overall, another wasted. The Stone Edge miss on the Garbodor was bad. I got a little unlucky, but I don't really count luck after the Obstagoon misplay because anything after that would just have been gravy. Yeah, I actually didn't even fully EV that Tyranitar, but I haven't been happy with Tyranitar. I haven't played it well. It hasn't been good. But I didn't draft synergy around it. I didn't draft a lot of Sandrush users. I'm not happy. Obstagoon was my standard Flame Guts set, which didn't play well. Noivern, again, incredible Pokemon. Leftovers, Heavy Duty Boots, U-Turn, Air Slash, Defog, Draco. What can I say? He was a beast. Missed like one Air Slash, which probably could have been the difference, but other than that, I didn't really have a good answer. I let my Arcanine die when it probably could have been my answer for the Eldegoss, which I didn't really have a good way to get through. So when I prepped, a lot of the people I prep with are very hyper offense, bulky offense. So in a situation like for Hatterene, which should be a special wall breaker, it can be. It's got the offensive power. It's got 136. If I had gone base attack and instead of Giga Drain put Leftovers, or instead of Calm Mind put Leftovers and just run Mystical Fire, it could have been a whole different game. I didn't have a good answer for Eldegoss, which is something I'm gonna have to learn. I was not expecting it. Although Noivern was a good answer, but Leech Seed Regenerator Max Bulk is insanity. It's such a tough mon to break, especially with Synthesis. I thought the play going into Tyranitar on the potential Synthesis was awesome, but other than that, it wasn't that good. Lapras with my standard. This was a max defense set. Probably was incorrect in the long run. Probably should have gone with something a bit more offensive, especially if I needed to get through Eldegoss. But Lapras kind of fell off once it caught people by surprise, and unless it has the perfect matchup, I don't think it's really going to do too well. So I think that's something. It's basically, I drafted it as a targeted water removal Pokemon, and that's what it did, and that's why it got known in the group. So people stopped running big waters against me. Kraken didn't. He ran Crawdaunt, which wouldn't be an answer for Lapras anyway because it could get superpower. Ionite had my Milotic, which he brings every time, but he was scared of my Lapras, as we saw earlier, and this guy didn't. Slacker did. Rhyhorn did, but I didn't really have it. Its job was targeted water removal. I think I forced it to be a little more than what it should be, and that was probably on me. But I also didn't have an answer for Cincino. That was another mistake of mine. I lacked a really, really strong defensive Pokemon. Double could have been it. I probably should have brought Double instead of maybe Lapras. If I look at his team, yeah, Double would have done really good. I guess I was afraid of the yeah, and Double doesn't really beat. It would have been Encino, which I didn't really plan on, especially Scarfed. It was tough. So all in all, a very successful season. I think we finished 5-3 with a +6 differential, which is very good. I'm not gonna be salty and mad that I lost in the tiebreaker because Dad's got a 6-0 on week 7. That was unfortunate, But that's the way the cookie crumbles. If I didn't throw Arcanine away against Rose, then we don't have this issue. But it is what it is. And if I play better in this game, we don't have this issue. All in all, I said all in all twice in like 4 sentences. So deal with it. Great season. Draft League's a ton of fun. I was very skeptical of singles before Gen 8. I watched some singles, wasn't really a huge fan of it, but Draft League really forces you to be creative, and it allows you to be creative, so you don't just run meta stuff, and you can be like, I want to target this thing exactly and exploit this weakness in his team, and you know ahead of time, and you can really just adjust it. I'll release a video going into my full thoughts about Season 1, go over awards, and introduce Season 2 in the coming weeks, in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. But all in all, for the third time in 7 sentences, I had a blast. Thank you to Kraken for inviting me, taking a chance on a guy who had no singles experience, played a little bit of VGC, but like a greenhorn, and for a greenhorn being in the hunt for the playoff at the very end, especially with a ridiculously difficult season, I classify this season as successful, and I had a blast. I hope you guys had a blast following along with the Classic City Crush for this season, and we will see you guys in Season 2.